College Gym Vids fan going live on YouTube. I'm continuing that swimming stream that I started on Thursday. Let's see. This must be it. That was on ESPN3. Special Olympics, World Games, swimming. (2019) Special Olympics. World
7. This is Mohammed Al Radini of Oman. He's the one that they're talking to. Just give him a bit of confidence, and if he doesn't want to do it, he doesn't have to. Looks like he's got his thumbs up though. He's ready to go, and they're going to just give him a helping hand in, and then I'll hold on to them, and then when the starting signal goes off, they go. All right. That's it, that's it. Now they've got it. Now they've got it. Well done. And we're on our way. Off we go. This is finally then the final of the 25 freestyle for the Division 4. Now we've got a great race. Al Radini of Oman closest to us, and in the middle of the pool in 4 and 5 on the charge is Saif Al Ali of the United Arab Emirates in 4, fading a little bit San Marino Santini, but in 4 with the blue hat for the host nation, involved in a terrific battle, and on the touch it goes to Al Ali. He's got it. It's another gold going to the United Arab Emirates. They've picked out 2 for 2 in the last 2 finals, and Al Radini, in a very close finish, has had to settle for 2nd place here. And 3rd is anybody's guess. We'll have to wait until we get those results confirmed, but Al Ali didn't get the best of starts. You just saw it there. And as the race went down, he got stronger and stronger. Al Radini closer to us from Oman, just taking in a huge number of strokes in the finish, and that allowed Al Ali to get his hand to the wall first, and you can see how excited the United Arab Emirates teammates are, with 2 wins out of 2 finals now for the host nation. There he is, he's been enjoying this, his thumbs up all round. Couldn't wait to get started into this final. High fives everywhere. Great support for the athletes, and you can see what I mean when I say the athletes have absolutely been front and centre of these Special Olympic World Games 2019. This is the final of the men's Division 5 category of the 25 free, and we've got Ibrahim Ali of Senegal in 1, Marko Tadic of Croatia in 2, the silver hat there, 43-year-old, the oldest in this field. Jack Kayitana of Rwanda is swimming in 3, he's only 15. 4. Elia Gasparoni of San Marino in the middle of the pool in 5, right next to him from Belarus, Dmitry Shaulu in lane 6, looking cool, from Bahrain, Mohammed Al Ali. I wonder what's going through his mind. In 7 from Saudi Arabia, Faris Bouch. And then in 8 for Puerto Rico, and Eduardo Santos. Youngest in this field is the Rwandan Jack Kayitana in 3. He's 15 years old, and we're under starters orders then for the Division 5 final in the 25 free. Just waiting now for lane 1, Ibrahim Ali, to get ready. And they're away. Good start from Lee and one from Senegal, but the best of this is going to Bahrain. Muhammad Al Ali in lane 6, and Al Ali storming through the field, but he's involved in the race because Lee has found his form now. Also closest to us, Eduardo Santos from Puerto Rico. They're the 3, but look at this, Ibrahim Ali. Well, he had a difficult start to this race and got stronger and stronger as he went down. Look at the celebrations from Ibrahim Ali. Well, he's all smile. Look at that. Huge smile. Fists up. He enjoyed this. He'll jump on the field, but I hope they don't disqualify him for that. Watch Lee in this finish. 3 in a line closest to us. The victory going over in lane 1. The Puerto Ricans looking to see how their man Eduardo Santos fared. And he was one of the ones involved in the finish. But Senegal are singing, dancing is gold to Ibrahim Ali. And they're loving that. There we are then, Lee on the top of the pile. Now we're into Division 6 of 8 divisions, excuse me. So 2 more to come after this one. Here we are, in lane 2 then. Ayman Belhaj of Tunisia. In lane 3, we have perhaps the oldest competitor in the whole competition. Classics, that is, Krasimir Ferencic of Croatia, 60 years of age. There he is, quickly, he's seen it all before.
Oh, this is one of them.
4 for Rwanda, Samson Bisakura. In 5 for Spain, Ivan Rodriguez. 6 for Libya will be Omar Harous. And then in lane 7, Zanoga Alexei of Moldova. And we've got another swimmer in lane 8. Alexei Zanoga is swimming in 7 from Moldova. I'm afraid I don't know who's swimming in lane 8.
That's where Tuesday.
Well, we'll just call in our guest in this final. And they're away. A terrific flight from lane 6. That's Omar Harous of Libya. And well into this. The Libyan, as soon as he hit the water, he was away. Body length clear of the rest of the field. Rodriguez, the best of the rest, with the red hat from Spain. That's the 1-2. And then the finish, perhaps. 3rd went to, well, I thought it might be Ferencic, the 60-year-old. We'll have to see, maybe not. Maybe it was Bisakura from the middle of the pool. But watch that, he was kicking in the air before it even hit the water. Harous powering through the field, pressed by Rodriguez at the end, but an emphatic finish for Omar Harous. That's a nice race. All smiles for Omar Harous, 31 years of age from Libya, taking victory in our Division 6 race on the 25 freestyle. And there he is, Ferencic, the 60-year-old Croatian, finishing in 4th place at the end of this. Well done, Harrows. They're all enjoying their time here in Dubai, that's for sure. This is the way they line up for the Division 7 final in the 25 freestyle. I do like the way all the officials, they help the athletes with their cap and goggles and helping them in and out of the water, talk with them. So Elaine, well, one up there at Mushi, and then in two we have, oh dear, our start sheets have been all mixed up. Faisal Al-Mazuki of the United Arab Emirates is in 4, that's for sure. Tell by the blue caps and the snazzy suits. In 5, Al-Rakashi of Oman. In 6, Al-Hati of Saudi Arabia. And in 7, Al-Kashan of United Arab Emirates.
I'm gonna wear
Those swimmer in 5.
pajamas. Sometimes I like to wear pajamas.
We're just waiting for Moisi of Algeria to get on his blocks. 13-year-old Algerian, and they're ready and away. No, they've got to get the full start rope in. Maybe they've learned their lesson. Just let them swim. Let him go. It's a nice freestyle though. Look at this. Hardly taking a breath down that 25. It's going to be told to do it all again. Now he's looking back and going, where is everybody? He's like, oh no. I went too soon. Yeah, now what?
I'll wear these tomorrow.
Have him jump out and walk back down again. It won't take him long.
Shirt,
and he'll crash down the 25
these pants.
for a second time. A little wave from one of the swimmers from the host nation. That's Al-Kassan.
4 pairs of underwear. 5 pairs.
I wonder if the referee will go up and have a quiet word and just say that wait for the hooter. So we're on our blocks and we're ready to go. I'll just explain, just wait, you'll hear the whistle and say take the mark, and then when you hear the big sound, that's it. Off we go. Right, we're ready then for the second time of asking, the men's final 25 freestyle division 7.
These are cute pajamas. I'll bring them too.
He's holding them a very long time. Now we're off, that's it. And away we go. And that's another great start then for Al-Kassan. For Tunsi, excuse me, of Algeria. Sorry, the Oman and Al-Hafi it is. Al-Hafi of Saudi Arabia is the one who, for the second time of asking, no, excuse me, it's Al-Hafi up in lane 6 from Saudi Arabia, who's been given the win. Let's have a look at this again. Here he is, he's starting in the water with the silver hat closer to us, whirling his arms around. Terrific speed of arms. Good leg kick driving from the back as well. Al-Hafi of Saudi Arabia dominating this final. Well done. He's all smiles. Blowing kisses to the crowd, and why not? Abdulaziz Al-Hafi from Saudi Arabia. The 17-year-old has just delivered a crushing victory. Goal to Al Hafi of Saudi Arabia. And the last of our 25 freestyle finals is the Division 8 category. Keenan Groep of South Africa in 3, Justin Thompson, Canada in 4, and Okule MK of South Africa in 5. Oh, and MK was just about to fall in the water. They got the starting signal going, and it's Justin Thompson of Canada now pulling away from the field. This is exhibition stuff from the Canadians. They've come with a very strong team. Wonderful swimming from Thompson, stopping the clock in 14:61 in front of MK of South Africa, and then his teammate Keenan Groep in 3rd place, and that rounds off our 25 freestyles. Chance to see Thompson in action again. Almost synchronized swimming from the two South Africans, stroke for stroke. Thompson showing the way, leading them home in this final 25 freestyle. All smiles and a high five as he leaves the pool deck. Now we're into the finals of the 200 breaststroke. The first final sees Krasnova of Slovakia in 3. Emma Barrett of Ireland will be swimming in 4, all in green as the traditional colours of the Irish, giving a wave to her teammates up in the stands. Barrett swimming in 4. Laura Hardy from Germany in 5. And then Xiaoqi Li, 10-year-old Chinese swimmer, in 6, with a gold in the 100 backstroke to her credit this week. Coming in for the 200 breaststroke. And away we go. That's a lovely breaststroke from the German, Laura Hardy, 30 years of age. She's involved at this first 25 then with Vanda Krasnova, 16-year-old Slovakian. There's the Slovakian cheer team doing everything they can to help Vanda as she goes through this 8 lengths of the 200-meter breaststroke final. Krasnova diving into the stroke. That's nice, it's working for her very well. Contrast that with a much smoother stroke of Laura Hardy of Germany, Laura Hardy probably. And we go through the first 50 metres. Now Emma Barrett is involved in this race as well. She's turning there at 50, but if she can keep this rhythm going, she may eat into the deficit that she faces. She's maybe not going to catch our leader on the far side, Vanda Krasnova from Slovakia. And the breaststrokers get a slight advantage by hearing the crowd Every time they come up to take a breath, you get a sense of the roar of the crowd, a sense of the atmosphere in the arena. Krasunova leads the way up the first 100 metres then. Coming to this turn, it's 4 lengths down, 4 lengths to go. Slovakia enjoying this. And in the lead as Emma Barrett cut down the deficit from the first and second 50 metres considerably. She's certainly got the momentum now. Determined effort for Emma Barrett. Part of a 9-strong team here at these games under the head coach Alan McCormack. 5 women, 4 men. And they're all wearing their St Patrick's Day hats earlier this week. Now they're neck and neck and stroke for stroke in second place. You can see the battle there. The leader, though, is on the far side, Vanda Krasunova. Closest to us is Xiaoqi Li, this young Chinese swimmer who's going through and is well, a little bit behind at the moment. So 50 metres to go now at this turn for our Slovakian. He can barely contain their emotions. The Slovakian cheer team, the family and friends are watching a magnificent performance, a really determined effort from Vanda Krasunova. She's only got 2 legs to go now. She's really swimming strongly in these closing stages, as is Emma Barrett, on course for a silver medal. 50 metres to go at this turn. That's the Slovakians. Giving a really great swim. Krasunova here, she's barely let up, giving absolutely everything. She comes in with 25 metres to go, still working very hard. That's the battle for second place, is being led by Emma Barrett. As we focus now on the winner of this race, it's going to be gold for Vanda Krasunova. 16-year-old for Slovakia. She's going to come in now, and this is a really gutsy swim from Krasunova, touching first. And look at that, celebrations for the cheer team for Slovakia. A little emotion in there as well, as they see a really gutsy swim from Krasunova. And then this is the battle for silver, and Emma Barrett has worked her way through the field, and the Irish are cheering her on. She's going to come home for the silver medal, Barrett, in this 200 breaststroke. Barrett touches for silver. Krasunova still celebrating the win. And then bronze for Laura Hardy of Germany. Xiaoqi Li, still got 50 to go at this turn. Krasunova is still celebrating. Can't see it on the screen there, but we can see her. Chance to see the highlights of this race as Slovakia hit the front in the form of Vanda Krasunova and put in a solid swim. An emotional time for family and friends in support of these athletes and what they've been through in the last few years on their way to Dubai. That's the celebration for Krasunova and the gold. A lot of these athletes were selected around 2017 from championships. state championships or national championships, and they've had a year and a bit to prepare. Team training camps throughout the year in their own discipline, and then a multi-sport training camp with everybody coming together from the nation. Certainly in the day or two before flying out to the Middle East, and perhaps again a month or two before that. Xiaoqi Li of China, the 10-year-old who also swum the 100 backstroke here, coming in for the 200 breaststroke. And again, a lot of support around the arena for her and for all the competitors taking part today. There's been a lot of challenges in the pool, and that's what it's all about. And there we are now. 8 lengths breaststroke for the 10-year-old Xiaoqi Li. Still celebrating Krasinova. Now she'll get out and give a good wave to the crowd. See her family in the family and friends stand just behind the start-finish area. I'm sure that's where she'll look and give a wave in just a minute. Krasinova, we just need that little camera on her because she's blowing kisses to the camera and waving all the way off the pool deck. So the finalists for Division 2 then, Adela Savlova of the Czech Republic is swimming in 2. This is Lauren Heggie of Australia, swimming in 3. In 4, Maria Rain of Estonia. In 5, Belinda Prince of Australia. Thoroughly enjoying this. In 7, for France, Megan Bourne. And rounding off the lineup in 7 for Germany, Giovanna Zell. So Division 2 final in the 200 breaststroke. And the Aussies are easy to spot with those distinctive costumes and the golden hat. No doubt where the star of the show is. This is Lauren Heggie, the Australian, in 3. It's a lovely smooth breaststroke there. Look at the glide off the kick with the arms extended out in front. Much in a line behind her, perhaps Savlova of the Czech Republic, just edging in herself in front of 3 or 4 in a line. But enjoy now this breaststroke style of Lauren Heggie. Comes up to breathe with the head down, driving forward with the hands as the legs anchor the kick at the back, whip round with the feet, and the feet together at the end of the kick. Feel the power of the kick as you glide up the front with the arms outstretched. Pull, kick, glide. Pull, kick, glide is the way to do it. Enjoy the technique of this second Australian, Belinda Prince, closer to us with the golden hat. It's a lovely glide. You see the pull, the kick, and then a nice long glide as the Australians are enjoying watching their swimmers go perhaps 1-2 at the moment because Prince is just about taking over from Adela Savlova. The Czech Republic swimmer closer to us with the white hat, who just seems to be tiring a little bit. Or is it the Australian who's gaining in strength? Building the 200 metres, building the effort with every 50 that goes by. Lauren Heggie of Australia still in front, and now it's an Australian 1-2 with clear water, as Belinda Prince has separated herself from Adela Savlova around that last 50 metres, and Savlova is well, being caught very slightly by those in the middle of the pool and closer to us. Maria Rain of Estonia is the one in 4 with the white hat. And then closer to us, Megan Bourne of France. That's the battle behind the Australians that you just saw in the shot there, as well, Lauren Heggie is still hanging on at the front of this, but coming at the charge, Belinda Prince. So the two Australians, 1 and 2 at the moment. Just see the battle for third place behind them. Still in front is Savlova of the Czech Republic. As we turn at this turn now, 50 metres to go. All smiles for the Australians. They're enjoying this 1-2. We could have a grandstand finish, because the momentum now with Belinda Prince as she comes off that third 50-metre turn. And she's on the charge now. Strong pull, strong kick, and a lovely long glide. This is the perfect way to swim the 200 breaststroke. Building through every 50. The effort now all focused on the final 25 metres. It's the slightly faster stroking Lauren Heggie, who's been in the lead all the way. But what's Belinda Prince got on the final 25? And she just pick up this stroke rate, driving for the wall, concentrating on the finish. There's absolutely nothing in it now. It's who's going to finish on which stroke cycle. It's going to maybe determine who's going to take the gold and who's going to take the silver. As the Australians are going crazy for this 1-2 finish. Oh, they touch exactly together. I can't believe it. 7/100ths of a second separating Heggie from Prince. And Heggie has just about held on for the win. I really thought that Prince was going to take it in the closing stages, and that's what it means. She's just realised that she struck gold. Lauren Heggie in front of Belinda Prince, nothing in it. And that's what it all means. Look at this. Joy on the face of the Australians. That's in the family and friends stand, so I wonder if that's one of the mums. What a swim and what a race. Right, it's an emotional time. It's wonderful to see these athletes taking centre stage and really showing what they can do on the world stage. They've all been swimming in their own national championships, so they're used to winning races, that's for sure, but when you come to a World Games and a multi-sport games at that, it's something quite special. This was the finish for these two, and I thought that Prince was going to get it. You can barely separate the two with the naked eye, or with a teary eye. Celebrations from the Australians. 1 and 2. And they really enjoyed that race, as did we. Well, that was the margin of victory. Heggie just holding on in front of Belinda Prince by 7/100ths of a second. Now, the penultimate of the women's finals. This is Division 3. Another Aussie, Sarah Chaplin, swimming in lane 0. In the middle of the pool, Gabriela Kopf of Austria with the yellow hat in 3. And then the fast starting Sofia Beshi of Hungary. Another long gliding stroke from the Australians. They've certainly got this breaststroke down. Faster turnover from the Hungarian Bersi with the black hat in the middle of the pool, closer to us. And Kopp with a little bit of work to do. Nice steady stroke from the Austrian. In the lead then. Bersi of Hungary. Classic looking breaststroke. Shoulders hunched up towards the head as she goes through the arm pull. That's nice, it just brings the elbows forward, driving then forward with the hands and the elbows to the front of the stroke. A good solid kick at the back. Hands go round, the feet take over. There's not much of a glide in this stroke from the Hungarian. Contrast that with what you saw from the Australians just in the previous final, and also from the Australian in lane 0, Chaplin, who's got a longer glide at the front of her stroke. Much higher turnover from Bersi has delivered the lead, but it's very difficult to keep up this kind of stroke rate through 200 metres. She's built up a very healthy lead through the first half of the race. Concentrating now on this tough third quarter of the race. It's one of the Hungarian coaches who's keeping a close eye on her charge. Still working hard on the stroke. Still trying to keep the rhythm up, tempo high. Just slowing down a little bit, not catching as much water with the arms or the legs. So taking an extra, perhaps 2 or 3 more strokes on every length now compared with the first 2 or 3 50s. 50 metres to go at this turn then for our leader. 38-year-old Sofia Bersi of Hungary obviously keeps herself in very good condition. She knows this is the last 50, so she's picked up the stroke rate a little bit on the charge now. At this turn she'll know there's only 1 more length to go, and that will give her a lot of confidence to finish strongly. Australians doing their bit to cheer on Sarah Chaplin from lane 0. Nice long gliding stroke from Chaplin. You just see her as they go past each other. That's the margin of the lead at the moment. Keeping the stroke together. This is good discipline from the winner of the gold medal, Sofia Bersi, coming into the final 2 or 3 strokes now. She's done it all on her own. That's a courageous swim for Bersi of Hungary. Oh, well done, because that was pretty hard work. Thumbs up from the coach. And a job well done. Sarah Chaplin then from Australia, the 20-year-old, gliding into the finish, picked it up in the final 25 metres. Good finish then from the Australian. As we now see Gabriela Kopp of Austria come home to the end of this. Sits very nicely on the water, long gliding stroke. An emphatic finish rounds off the Division 3 winners on the 200 breaststroke for women. There you go, Bersi, how quick she was or so, and then contrast that with the closing stages as the stroke slowed down a little bit, not travelling quite the same every stroke. Lovely demonstration from a Bishop. And the last of the finals of the women's 200 breaststroke. This is the Division 4 final. So it's Camilla Hansen of Denmark swimming in lane 3. 21-year-old. away from the field, and that's a lovely breaststroke. Nice and light in the water, benefiting from this advantageous power to weight ratio. It does really help the younger, slightly built swimmers, especially in breaststroke. Looking absolutely terrific coming through this. Now, seeing a few different styles of breaststroke. Saw the Australians with the long glides. Saw Berchi of Hungary with a much higher turnover stroke, a little bit like this one from Tse. Just on the far side there in second place in this race at the moment, Pushkar Hansen of Denmark. And then in third, the Russian Pushkareva closer to us. Just saw her go past in the other direction in this shot, but not heading up at all as they go through 100 metres. Yang Tse still driving the stroke forward. You can see how high the feet come up closer to the hips and then driving back. And what you want to watch for is the feet coming together in a little whip movement at the end of that kick. She does that very well. Just like to see a little longer glide. She won't lose any speed if she puts a small glide into this stroke. She'll certainly save a little bit of energy. Tse from Hong Kong, leading, 50 metres to go now at this turn. Arms starting to hurt, everything's starting to hurt with 50 to go. You're allowed to do one full stroke underneath the surface of the water before breaking, and then the hands are not allowed down towards the hips. You can do that off the turn, which you get a chance to see this now. Tse comes in to lap the Russian Pushkareva. Full length of stroke underneath the water. And then the recovery, and she's on the charge now for the finish. She knows there's only 25 metres to go. She's picked up the stroke leg. Desperate to get to the wall, but the feet still coming together at the end of the kick. That's nice to see. Barely a gap in the arm movement. Finishing on the wall. And that's a fine swim for Yang Tse. Yes, certainly enjoyed that. 50 metres still to go for Pushkareva, and this is Camilla Hansen for Denmark to the final turn. Push off the ball, nice glide, and then up into the stroke. She'll know she's nearly home. Crowd helping her along as Hansen comes in with 10 metres to go now at the end of this 200 breaststroke. This is the last of the women's finals in this event. And there we are. Nice work from Camilla Hansen for Denmark. The last swimmer to finish this for Russia, Oksana Pushkareva. 16 years of age, 1 year older than the winner, Yang Tse of Hong Kong. It's a very nice stroke. Lovely glide at the front. You can see the streamlining, the elbows nice and close together, hands reaching out forwards. Very nicely done. Pushkareva completes the medal winners on this final of the 200 breaststroke for women. Look at the height and distance off the block for Tse, Hong Kong. Launching herself into this 200 breaststroke. Support for the Danes. No doubt about the winner. Gold for Hong Kong. She'll get that presented later this afternoon at the end of the session. Just in this massive reception area in this wonderful facility in the Hamden Sports Complex. This is the first of the finals in in the men's 200 breaststroke. Division 1 sees Michael Bartunek from the Czech Republic swimming in lane 1, 45 years of age. Lane 4 for Uruguay, Alexander Tejera. Tejera is only 15, surrounded by an older gentleman as Marco Fiaschi of Italy. The 43-year-old is swimming in 5. Excuse me, I may have got the lineup wrong here because we've got a 4th swimmer into this. So in fact, in the middle of the pool in lane 4, this is Tejera of Uruguay. Bartunek of Czech Republic is swimming in 6. And in 3 is going to be Olivier Agulo of Monaco. So we've got Agulo of Monaco in 3, holding on to our early leader, Alexander Tejera, swimming in 4.
Is that a USA person?
Bartunek, closest to
I
us
don't
in
know.
6.
I thought I saw a United States of America cap.
And in the 50-meter turn, this is how they stand. The leader, Alexander Tejera, in 4. In 3, Agulo of Monaco in 2nd place, just hanging on to the feet of the leader. And then 3rd on his own, Fiaschi of Italy in lane 5, and closer to us, Bartunek in 6. So Uruguay's Alexander Tejera going through 75 meters. Nice and long at the front of the stroke. Just a gentle kick at the back, keeping him going, keeping the balance.
Looks like those 2 guys, they don't look that far apart.
Olivier Agulo of Monaco in 3. Just got a little stop-start into his stroke. You don't see that with Tejera. Tejera just in the lead, but Agulo, I think, is going to work very hard to stay in touch with Tejera, the Uruguayan. Just going back the other way in 3rd place, that's Fiaschi of Italy. Agulo seems to be tiring a little bit. Trying very hard to stay with his rival, the leader, Alexander Tejera, but it's Tejera who's just edging away from his rival. Nice turn. Now watch Tejera. Barely a gap in his arm movement, just goes round, keep holding the water, and let it go as the hands come in towards the chest and under the chin, and you've got to get round very quickly to grab hold of the water again, and then keep moving yourself forward. That's the skill. That's where the legs come in. There's that little dead spot as the hands finish the propulsive phase, and then they've got to get through that recovery phase very quickly, so the legs can keep driving the stroke forward. What have we got? 50 meters to go now, and this race is not over because Agulo is still hanging on. Now to give a big push to the finish if he wants to take the gold away from Tejera. And you can see Tejera just tiring a little bit. His face was right out of the water on the first 50. Now he's just got to lift his head, bend the neck back a little bit more to get his breath. But into the final 25 now. It's going to be gold for Tejera. in the first of these men's finals in the 200 breaststroke. Hera coming through now. This is the underwater shot of Bartunek from the Czech Republic. Struggling a little bit to get the leg kick coordinated with his arms, so no such problem for our leader. Alexander Tejera then is going to take gold. There he goes.
Is Tejera from the United States? Alexander Tejera? Looked like a USA cap.
It was a very well balanced, well paced swim as Agulo comes in.
No, it's not
place.
USA.
Third is going to go now to Marco Fiaschi of Italy. There's your top three. Fiaschi with his arms raised in celebration at the end of his 50 metre, and then we're just going to wait for Bartunek to come through in his final 25 metres to go at this turn. He's struggling to get his feet up and turning the feet out to drive backwards with the soles of the feet, and that's what gives the kick its power. Some people struggle a little bit to get their feet turned out, and that's the case here with Bartunek. So Bartunek coming in now. What I can see is the athletes getting ready behind the blocks for the next event. You wait till you get to see one of them. Nice finish then for Mikhail Bartunek of the Czech Republic. Rounding off this 200 meters breaststroke. And a reminder, the winner of the gold medal, Alexander Tejera of Uruguay, followed in by Agulo. Celebrations for the Uruguayans at the end of that 200 breaststroke. There's the results. Computer, they disqualified Bartunek now. Well, I can only imagine it's for... Well, I don't know what it's for. Maybe not quite getting the leg kick right, but we'll see. Now you look for Torres at the end of this, he's been waving to the crowd and showing off his muscles all afternoon. There he is, closest to us. We'll go through the lineup for you for the Division 2 200 breaststroke final. Julius Reksnis of Lithuania is swimming in 1 with the green hat. Heriberto Torres of Puerto Rico 2 there with the blue hat. In 3, this is Denis Lupo of Monaco. Oliver Agulo has swum in the previous race, so no, they've changed the order on me, I'm afraid, and we've got Peter Connolly in 1, down to Heribert Torres of Puerto Rico in 6. That's how they're lining up. So in the middle of the pool then, we've got Keanu McKenzie of Cayman Islands in the front. We've got a lovely arrowhead formation in the beginning of this race. Now, not much in it at the first 25. McKenzie from the Cayman Islands being pushed by Kelly Lupo of Monaco in lane 5 with the red hat. Lupo taking over at the front as we go through the 50-metre turn. Third place at the moment. In lane 3, Jordan Minglis of France. But it's Lupo, 39 years of age. Swimming just this side of the centre lanes with the red hat, who's leading them through. But the competitive instincts of Mackenzie from the Cayman Islands, keeping him in touch. Also from 3 on the far side, Jordan Inglis of France. That's the top 3. In 4, Matthew Javier, also of Cayman Islands, is in 4th place. And that's the 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the battle for 5th, closest to us with the white hat in lane 6 is Torres, Heriberto Torres. And then over on the far side we've got Peter Connolly from Ireland. Lovely race developing now between our front 2. This is Denis Lupo of Monaco in 5 with the red hat. Remember in 4, Keanu Mackenzie. Now let's see what kind of conditioning they've got. The desire. Lupo just looking across to his rival there. Both really involved with each other in the race, and a terrific turn from Mackenzie. He's been threatening to take over around these turns. And Lupo perhaps with the better of the actual swimming, so flags to flags. Lupo edges in front, but then when they come around the turn, watch Mackenzie around this turn. We've got a head-to-head battle here. Now watch this. Strong push-off from Mackenzie, and he comes out slightly ahead of Lupo. And then Lupo, once he settles into the rhythm of the stroke, just begins to edge back in front in the battle for 3rd place behind our 2 leaders. We've got Matthew Javier of Cayman Islands just fractionally in front of Jordan Inglis of France. And you can see the crowd getting involved now, and they're still stroke for stroke with 25 metres to go. And look at the turn from Mackenzie. That's going to do the damage now, because with his eyes set firmly on the finish, Keanu Mackenzie of Cayman Islands is pulling away from Denis Lupo of Monaco, and that was all around the turn. 5 metres to go. Driving for the wall. He's not going to let this gold medal go. And yes, just looks across to check that there's open water between himself and his rival. And look at the fast finish from the Frenchman, Jordan Inglis, taking over in 3rd place in front of Matthew Javier from the Cayman Islands. So it's 1st and 4th for the Cayman Islanders as Keanu Mackenzie delivers gold. Denis Lupo in for silver for Monaco, and then in 3rd, the fast finishing Frenchman, Jordan Inglis. Now was a terrific battle in that 200 breaststroke. Well done. That's how the race unfolded. And these 2 were locked in battle at the front. Lupo just with his nose in front around the midpoint of this race. And then there was no doubt about the winner once we got to the final 25. So line up then for the final 200-metre breaststroke final. This is the Division 3 finalists. In 3 we've got Stefano Paglieri of Paraguay, 32 years of age. He's going to be swimming next to the 17-year-old Jack McFadden from Ireland. McFadden swimming in lane 4. And then in 5, Florent Danis of France. 22-year-old Frenchman's just seen his compatriot on the charge, Jordan Inglis, finishing very strongly in the Division 2 final. So this is the final then for Division 3 in the men's 200 breaststroke. Well, there we go then. Good start from McFadden. Now we've got three very competitive swimmers in the pool at the moment. Paglieri then in 3, McFadden for Ireland in 4, Danaïs of France closer to us with the light blue cap as the Irishman McFadden goes through the 25-metre turn in first place. It's nice swimming from McFadden. In the lead at the 50-metre mark. The Irishman, just in front of Danaïs of France. And it's the Irishman who just seems to be catching the water a little bit better, both with his hands and feet. It's a nice smooth takeover from when the kick finishes to when the hands start. Just stalls a little bit as the hands come underneath the chest. Doing a little bit better of that now, trying to keep the stroke as smooth as he can. And the midpoint of this race, as they come into this turn now, with a little bit of a gap developing between McFadden and Florent Danaïs of France. 17-year-old Jack McFadden has built up a healthy lead now. Danaïs struggling a little bit, he's keeping the stroke nice and long, which is what you need to do to have success in the 200 breaststroke. In third place, Stefano Paglieri of Paraguay. There's the Irish and there's the French, doing everything they can to bring their swimmer home, or at least make this a little more competitive. Jack McFadden then, on his own, is going to have 50 metres to go around this turn. And really done the damage on the engine room of this 200 metres. Second and third 50s. Asked a lot of questions, put the pressure on this race, and Danaïs didn't really have the same kind of answers. So the 1, 2, 3 then, McFadden in the lead. Danaïs in second, Paglieri of Paraguay in third. The Paraguayan turning with 50 metres to go, as McFadden turns now with 25 metres to go. Jack Mack is his name, swimming is his game. The Irish have got the t-shirts out and they're enjoying this, because this is a really good swim from Jack McFadden, coming in to take gold in this 200-metre breaststroke. The cheers go up from the Irish. McFadden really working hard. You can see how heavy he's blowing at the end of that 200 breaststroke. It is a tough race. As Danaïs comes in for the silver medal for France. And they're all smiles. And it's been a long road to get here. And now they're here, they're thoroughly enjoying the competition in Dubai. Third place then to Paglieri of Paraguay. The Irish are all smiles for Jack McFadden, delivering gold. That's the winner, Jack McFadden. So we're action now. We've got the 50 butterfly for Division 1 for the women. They're getting ready. Xiao Yang from Macau swimming in lane 3. Tailing Hung of Venezuela in 4. And then Bobby Lynn Clayland of Canada rising to the block in lane 5. Oh, a little wobble for the Canadian there. And here we are, we're into the 50 fly. 2 lengths of the pool. And that's a nice butterfly stroke, diving up and into the stroke from Tailing Hung of Venezuela, the 36-year-old. Next to her, the 44-year-old Bobby Lynn Clayland of Canada. And the Canadians are going to be travelling home with a huge amount of hardware, with the medals in the bags of a big Canadian team. 24 athletes in the Canadian group. It's going to be silver for this Canadian though, Clayland, because in front at the moment, Tailing Hung of Venezuela, keeping the stroke strong. Go Canada, go. It's just about getting through the event, really, getting the 2 lengths done strongly, with courage and determination, battling the stroke and the elements around you, as Hung takes the victory in this 50 butterfly. And Clayland in for second. Look at the smile for Tailing Hung of Venezuela. She's loving this. And then in third, Xiao Liang of Macau, just finishing now. And that's the way they finish the first of these finals, the 50 fly. Good cheers for the Canadians, but it was all about the dolphin action of Tailing Hung, leaping up out of the water and then head down, driving the hands down as the hips come rolling up, and a big kick at the end of the stroke. High five for the winner. Gold for Venezuela and Tailing Hung. Division 2 finalists are ready in this 50-meter butterfly. Rachel Charles of Jamaica is swimming in lane 2. In 3, from Estonia, Ingel Unmar. 4 for Ecuador, Bernarda Aguirre. 5 for New Zealand, Melissa Donahue. And in 6 for Egypt is Amira Shaban. Lovely fight closer to us from Shaban of Egypt in 6. So we've got Charles of Jamaica in 2, Umar Estonia in 3, Aguirre Ecuador in 4, Donahue New Zealand in 5, and closest to us Shaban of Egypt in 6. So the lead is from Bernarda Aguirre of Ecuador. 20 years of age, she's the youngest in the field by a year, but she's the fastest in the field by some distance. Aguirre of Ecuador there in 4. Also on the charge is Donahue from New Zealand in 5, 1 lane closer to us and cutting into the lead with every stroke as Aguirre begins to tire at the end of this 50 butterfly. She's done enough though for gold, and that's gold to Ecuador. Celebrations for Jamaica as well. Third place for Rachel Charles, and that's what they're cheering. We're then in first, Donahue. Second for New Zealand, Rachel Charles for the bronze for Jamaica. That's a great start. The finalists for Division 3 in the women's 50 butterfly. The finalists for Division 3 in the women's 50 butterflies. This is the final division of the women. And we've got Yuki Okamura of Japan in 3, Tina Jain of India in 4, and Josephine Busk of Sweden in 5. Great start for Busk of Sweden, quick off the blocks and quick into the stroke, and while these Swedes have come with high quality across a fairly small team, and no doubt where gold's going to go, it's the golden hat that Josephine Busk of Sweden charging up the first 25. She's being followed by Okamura of Japan, with Jane in third place in the middle of the pool. And now head down, working hard to get through this 50-meter butterfly. Josephine Busk, the 21-year-old from Sweden. Quick breath, quick look to the finish, and then head down again, and that's great discipline from Busk. Looks across the pool and sees clear water, and what that means is it's going to be gold to Sweden. Yeah, we're really excited by that. Second place on the far side, Okamura. And then coming in, it's going to be a third place then for Tina Jain of India.
Pat Benatar hit me with your best shot. I love Pat Benatar. Hit me with your best shot. That's what's playing in the background.
Great start from the Swede. Good strong kick under the water, and then once up into the stroke. Really nice butterfly. Head down into the finish, one breath there, and then down. Finishing on a nice full stroke. That's the winner, Josephine Busk, 20-year-old from 21-year-old from Sweden, delivering gold in the 50-meter butterfly. We're into the first of the men's finalists in this 50-meter butterfly. Division 1 sees Juan Ojeda of Colombia swimming in 3. In 4 for India, Sayan Zagata, and then in 5 for Romania, Andrei Kupsa. Division 1 final in the men's 50 butterfly. We're under starters' orders. That's a lovely dive from Hesaragata from India in 1, 28 years of age. Nice butterfly. Look at the hands driving through the stroke, coming fast out by the hips. Recovery is good and fast, and then a nice glide at the front of the stroke. He's 2 legs, he's got to come back again. Oh, now he's just worked out what's happening. Now, let's see how competitive he is, because he's given an awful lot of ground away to Ojeda from Colombia with the red hat, and on the charge in the middle of the pool, Hesaragata from India. And this is a shame, because he really is the quality butterfly swimmer in this field, but he's going to have to settle for second place, because Ojeda from Colombia goes through. Oh, and the Indians are kicking themselves. That's a shame. And coming into the finish then, Kupsa of Romania to complete the first final. And that's going to be an element of disappointment from Ezeragata, because he was really celebrating at the 25-metre end. Ah, well, chalk it down to experience. Now, here we go, it's a lovely flight, a little bit deep from Ezeragata. The Indians are really in full voice, but look at this, thinks he's finished. So Bayeda, that it was, had too much of a lead on that second 25. He's all heart, the Colombian. So Division 2 finalists in this 50 butterfly. Gabriele De Bello of Italy is swimming in lane 3. And they've mixed us up again. So Pilevar of Iran is swimming in 2. And then in 3 we've got Sakani of Argentina, Khalifi Tunisia in 4, Meri of Syria in 5, and Di Bello is swimming in 6. Nicely off the blocks from Sami Meri of Syria. And once you get into the stroke, you look no further than the centre of the pool in lane 4. This is Ismail Khalifi of Tunisia, and the Tunisian in 4. And he's not been able to make any inroads to the early lead of Sami Meri of Syria. And a great turn from Meri. Again, a lovely butterfly. Just having a quick look across the pool. Can't see anybody with him. Knows he's now in the lead. Got to concentrate now. Keep the kick strong. Look to the left, look to the right, into the final 5 metres. And it's going to be victory. The gold medal to Syria in the form of Sami Meri. Second place just in lane 3 over here with the orange hat. Hernan Sakani of Argentina. Sorry, it was Khalifi of Tunisia. No, Meri of Syria in first. Excuse me. And here he is, same 5 then. Meri of Syria. He cheered all the way. Meri it is who takes gold. Followed through by, I think, Sakani, or no, in one lane to his left. We'll get confirmation of the results in just a minute. Meri of Syria with the win. Meri, and then Khalifi of Tunisia in second. So this is the Division 3 final then in the 50 butterfly. There are 3 more finals to enjoy this afternoon. So Nicolas Alvarez of Colombia is swimming in 2. 13 years of age. Next to him in lane 3 from Nicaragua, Christopher Solis Downs. In 4 from New Zealand, Liam Barkley. In 5 for Egypt, this is Ismail Fahmy. And then rounding off the lineup in this final, in lane 6 for Korea, Chan Han. And at 29, the oldest, closest to us in lane 6, and then over in lane 2, the youngest, the 13-year-old Colombian Nicolas Alvarez. And away we go. 2 lengths of butterfly. All in a line in the early stages. The New Zealander, perhaps with the strength of the first 25, Liam Bartley. Closely followed by everyone around him. Fahim of Egypt closer to us, and Solis of Nicaragua in 3. Coming up out of the turn, it's a very strong turn from Bartley. Bartley now extending his lead. Half a body length. Clear in front of Ismail Fahmy of Egypt, and this is going to be gold to New Zealand. Final stroke comes in, and Liam Bartley has struck gold. Second is Fahmy of Egypt, and in third, on the far side, Solis of Nicaragua. Well, there's so much emotion around the pool deck and in the teams and with the families, and the New Zealanders are celebrating. Well done. They've come here with a group of 8. First international competition for all the swimmers from New Zealand, and what a way to do it. Look at the strength of Bartley as he comes through this field. Never led from start to finish. I mean, never was led from start to finish, because of course he led everybody else all the way through. And there's celebrations across the teams as we get a chance to see the results confirmed then, and it's going to be victory for New Zealand. And we're all here cheering that. Liam Bartley in front of Fahmy of Egypt. The penultimate final then on the day 4 afternoon programme sees Division 4 in this 50-metre butterfly. 3 swimmers. Donovan Garib of Trinidad and Tobago, 16 years of age, swimming in lane 3. And then in 4, it's a good finish for the New Zealand team, because they've got another one in the middle of the pool. Deschamps Walalavita, 23 years of age, and then Canada's Conor Mahoney swimming in lane 6. So plenty more to cheer for the Canadians. Come on, Deschamps, they say. Lane 2, the youngest, the 13-year-old Colombian Nicolas Alvarez. And away we go.
The Special Olympics are sports for people with intellectual disabilities, and I have intellectual disability myself. Mild form of it, probably. So that's why it appeals to me, uploading Special Olympics videos. And these are like world games, so there's like not just people from the US, but people from other countries. But I will upload more Special Olympics videos, not just swimming, but other sports.